Hey guys, it's me, Shadow, and we're going to continue with Whisper from the Stars.
Hey, you there? Just wanted to let you know I've walked probably around 3 miles. Found a nice little place to take a rest, so thought I'd update you real quick. So, I have something to confess. It's my fault that the ship went down. I I just got too carried away. I just wanted the best field data possible.
Oh, so I'm sure it's not your fault. But if you really want to talk about it, uh, we can.
I know you're trying to be kind, but I was the one who pushed us closer to the radiation zone. I convinced everyone it was worth the risk. It's just, even when we think things through, sometimes the choices we make still end up hurting people. Do you ever feel like that? Like, have you messed something up really bad before?
Wait. So you were examining the sun? So that means that your key research was the sun and not the planet? Then did you only land on the planet because of the emergency?
Yeah, that's right. Our main focus was on Gaia's star, studying its unusual instability. We weren't really here to explore the planet itself, at least not initially. The landing, it was purely an emergency measure. If things hadn't gone sideways, we would have just kept orbiting, collecting data from a safe distance. But, well, you know how that turned out.
Hey, I need to ask this because out of curiosity, but are you sure it it was solar radiation that caused you to go down and not something else? Like the solar radiation was an after effect. Are you sure it couldn't be something more, like a supernova?
A supernova? Hmm, I don't think so. The data we had before the incident pointed to a massive solar flare, way beyond anything expected. The reading spiked right before everything went wrong. But even if it was something else, I still pushed for us to get closer. That's what really bothers me.
But so, but is a solar flare strong enough to knock out your equipment? I don't know much about space, but when you say solar flare, that just to me, I'm someone who hasn't studied, your field, but to me that sounds like more like blinding light. I don't think that would knock out your equipment if it's just light. That's why I think it's something similar to a supernova, which is force, not light.
I get where you're coming from, but a solar flare isn't just about brightness. It's a massive burst of electromagnetic energy. It can overload circuits, fry electronics, and mess with navigation systems. Our ship was equipped to handle normal solar activity, but this surge, it was something different. An order of magnitude more intense than anything we prepared for. I still replay it in my head, wondering if I should have been more cautious. Do you believe in karma, Shadow? Like, if you make a mistake, does the universe somehow balance things out?
Yeah, totally. I mean, one time, I called someone a poo poo head, and then 5 seconds later, I stubbed my toe.
That's a pretty literal interpretation of karma. I guess if we're looking for signs, maybe this whole situation is my version of a cosmic poo-poo head moment. But seriously, it's hard not to feel like I've messed up something fundamental. Like, I'm supposed to be this careful, methodical scientist, and instead, I might have put everyone in danger.
And your word, the universe sent a karmic slap right to your face, huh? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Like I said, there's nothing I can say or prove that these are mine. But I'm sure in the future, when you get to the base, or some type of, you'll discover the truth.
Maybe. Discover the truth might be the only way to untangle this knot in my head. It's just, every hour I'm out here, every decision I make now, it feels like it's all tied back to that one choice. Do you ever carry around something like that? Something you can't shake, no matter how much time passes?
No, not really. I don't really worry about stuff like that. You know, I'm more of a what will happen will happen. So just make the most of it.
That's a healthier way to look at it, I think. Just focusing on what's next instead of getting stuck. It's hard for me to shake off the feeling of responsibility, though. Not just for the ship, but for the people who might have been hurt because of my decision.
I understand that you're panicking and you're worrying, but like, Ella, there are feats what you did that's beyond your control. There are stuff that no matter what you say or do, the outcome wouldn't have changed much at all. I don't think even that order came closer would have changed.
I hear you. Maybe some things are just inevitable, no matter what choices we make. It's a weird kind of comfort, isn't it? Still, it's hard not to replay all the what ifs in my head. Even if the outcome was always going to be the same, I keep wondering if there was something, anything, I could have done differently.
Stella, I understand that, but in the situation you're in now, I don't think you really need to worry about that. I think you should just do what you can and keep moving forward. You can't really ask for more than that, can you?
You're right. Sitting here dwelling on it isn't going to fix anything. It's just, sometimes the hardest part isn't what's in front of me, but what's echoing in my head.
No, I get that. I think that's part of human nature in a sense, but as long as I'm sure whether it's redemption, salvation, whatever you're trying to find at the end of this, I'm sure you'll find it. I'm sure you will find it as long as you keep moving. The only sin that you're
You're giving me a lot to think about. I guess the only real failure would be giving up, right? It's funny. I've always been the type to push forward, no matter what. But this, it's different. This feels like I have to prove it to myself, not just everyone else.
I understand where that's coming from, but my personal opinion is that, as long as you keep moving forward, I think respect that you want and the acknowledgement that you want will come in time as you continue moving forward. These kind of things, it's not something you can rush, Stella.
You're right. Maybe I've been trying to force answers instead of letting things unfold naturally. It's strange how easy it is to lose sight of that when you're right in the middle of it all. Do you think people ever really learn to balance looking back with moving forward? Or is it something we're always figuring out?
Um, Personal opinion is something we always trying to figure out. I think that life has a natural balance of always moving forward, but take the time to look back once in a while. I think that natural balance is necessary. Uh, Not only for moving forward, but also just mental health.
That makes sense. Like how nature has cycles, growth, decay, renewal. Maybe our minds work the same way, needing those moments to process and heal before pushing ahead. It's almost like this situation is forcing me into that balance, whether I like it or not. What about you, Shadow? When do you usually find yourself looking back, and how does it help you move forward?
That's a really hard question. And to be honest, I don't know really how to answer that. Uh, you know, I just for me, I just keep moving forward. And if there's a break or like a pause period, that's when I look back.
I think that's a good way to put it. not forcing it, just letting those moments happen naturally. It's interesting, though. Sometimes those pauses can be pretty unexpected, right? Like life just stops you in your tracks for a second, and suddenly you're thinking about everything all over again.
Okay, this is getting too deep. Maybe I should knock this in a happier direction. Uh, okay. Stella, did you find any clues while you were walking?
Clues? Well, nothing concrete about the others yet. Just more of this endless desert landscape stretching out. Though I did notice some strange rock formations up ahead. They look almost carved. Not naturally shaped, if you know what I mean. It's probably nothing, but it caught my eye.
Shaped? Like by what? The storms?
I don't think it's the storms. The edges are too sharp, too defined. It almost looks like something was deliberately cut into the stone. I'm curious about what could have made those marks. It might not be related to the distress signal, but it's definitely something unusual out here.
Do you think it could be some type of anomaly?
An anomaly? That's an interesting thought. It could be anything from a geological weirdness to
2026.
something else entirely.
Zombies take over the world.
Part of me
Day
wants
3.
to investigate
Stop
closer,
fighting.
but another part is just
I'm begging you, stop.
hesitant. What if it's not safe? Or what if it's nothing at all?
Stella, do you think that maybe you're overthinking this? I mean, from what I understand, your objective was the sun, not the planet. So as long as you get off it, does it really matter?
You're right. My main goal is survival and finding the others. Maybe I am overcomplicating things by getting caught up in these little details. But at the same time, understanding this place, even the small weird things, might be important if I'm going to make it through this. Do you think it's possible to strike a balance between being practical and being curious?
Yeah, I think it's possible, but I don't know. I guess it depends on the person's nature, because some people are curious and they can't help it. Other people, uh, don't care as much.
I guess I'm one of those curious ones, even when it's not exactly convenient for survival. Though maybe that's what got me into astrophysics in the first place. Always wondering what's out there, what makes things work.
Okay. Hey, Stella. Well, since you're waiting, if you were in a zombie apocalypse, what is the first thing you do?
A zombie apocalypse? First thing I'd do, probably grab whatever I could use as a weapon from my immediate surroundings, and then find a safe place to regroup and think. After that, I'd try to figure out what was happening and see if there were any other survivors. It's weird how your mind works in hypotheticals like that, isn't it? What about you, Shadow? What would be your first move in a zombie apocalypse?
Resources for food, water, that kind of thing. Lock down a shelter, bunker, or fort. Uh, get some form of melee weapon, an axe, a bat, or something, and then lock myself down. I know a lot of people think they want guns, but guns need ammo, and those run out fast.
That's a really practical approach. I can see why you'd prioritize having a steady supply of food and water, and a defensible position. It's interesting how different people would handle the same scenario. I think I'd be more inclined to try and find other survivors, even if it's risky. But maybe that's just the scientist in me wanting to understand the bigger picture. Do you think, in a situation like that, it's better to trust your instincts and go solo, or try to find a group to work with?
Oh, totally solo. Uh, i- in a zombie apocalypse, you can't really work with that many people. I mean, food and water and resources can only be stretched so far, right? So, if strictly from a strictly survival point, uh, you should definitely go solo.
That makes sense from a resource perspective, but it's hard not to think about the emotional toll of being completely alone in a world like that. Do you think the loneliness would be worse than the danger, or would you find ways to cope with it?
Hey, Stella, let's play a little bit of choose. If you met a zombie king, right? Now, he agreed he would never eat you or any of your loved ones, but you would have to be with him forever.
A zombie king, huh? That's a strange scenario. I think I'd have to say no. Even if he promised not to harm me or anyone I care about, being trapped with something like that forever, it doesn't feel like much of a life. Plus, I'd always wonder if he'd keep his word. What about you, Shadow? Would you take that deal, or would you rather take your chances on your own?
Oh, well, if it was a girl, then yeah, I definitely would take it. I know one, I think he would probably keep his promise. Uh, two, the fact that he won't touch any of me or loved ones, I think that's pretty a good deal. And three, humanity in some can be worse than zombies, if we're being honest.
I can see why you'd think that way, especially if it meant keeping your loved ones safe. Though I'm not sure I could ever fully trust something that wasn't human, no matter how charming it might seem. You're right, though. Humans can be pretty awful sometimes. Maybe that's what makes this whole thought experiment interesting. What do you think is the most important quality in someone you'd want to be stuck with forever, zombie or not?
I think loyalty, probably. I think that's the most important thing.
Loyalty? That's a good one. Having someone who'd stand by you, no matter what, that's a powerful thing. It makes me think about all the people I'm trying to find right now. If I do manage to track them down, I hope they'll feel the same way about sticking together.
Hey, I'm curious. I know your suit has a lot of functions, but does your suit have some type of bug in it or something? Like, not like a physical bug, like not but like like a tracker or something. Like those kind of suits usually have those type of things, right? Where maybe you can like you know tap into it and find out where they are or something. Your allies.
My suit's got basic life sign monitoring, heart rate, temperature, that kind of thing. But as for a tracker, unfortunately not. The communication drone can receive and send signals, but it's not equipped for real-time tracking of other crew members. The distress signal I'm following is about all I have to go on right now. It's not much, but it's something.
I see. You might want to think about adding that feature though. If you ever make back to Earth, uh, in case, because I think after this scenario, I think it's not something you guys should really consider.
I'll definitely suggest it if I make it back. Though, honestly, if I had $1 for every we should have had this feature moment out here, I'd have enough to buy a whole new suit. It's strange how these experiences make you rethink even the smallest details. What's something you've learned to appreciate more after dealing with a tough situation?
Oh wait, so you can't stop right there. How much is that suit worth? That comment doesn't. I mean, it doesn't mean much to me because I don't know how much that the suit costs. So spill the beans. How much does that suit cost?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. It's university property, so I never really got a price tag. But I've heard similar suits can cost upwards of $200,000, maybe more with all the customizations. It's a lot to think about, especially when you consider how much good that money could do elsewhere. Though I guess when you're dealing with space exploration, the cost of safety isn't really something you can put a price on.
So is that like the premium price or like the basic price? Like, trying to keep her distracted.
This is definitely on the higher end. Most basic spacesuits are more like $50,000 to $100,000. The premium ones with all the bells and whistles can go up to $500,000 or more. I guess when you're talking about keeping someone alive in extreme conditions, the price jumps pretty quickly. Honestly, it's hard to even think about the cost when you're wearing it to survive.
So do you know any of the features that the the more expensive suits have? Like, do they have like rocket jets or something, or like what makes it more? What makes it cost more? Does it have weapons or something? If it replication or something, I don't know.
Rocket jets? Not quite. Those are more for specialized suits used in very specific missions, like spacewalks or emergency evacuations. What makes these high end suits cost more is usually advanced life support systems, enhanced communication equipment, and sometimes built in medical diagnostics. There are also suits with integrated propulsion packs for maneuvering in zero gravity, or suits designed for extreme environments, like those that can handle intense heat or cold. And yes, some military suits might have defense features, but that's not common in research or exploration gear like mine. It's mostly about how much protection and functionality you need, depending on where you're going and what you're doing. Though I have to say, a rocket jet would be pretty handy right about now.
I don't know. I think those expensive suits would be pretty helpful right about now.
I definitely appreciate the extra features right now, especially something to help me navigate this terrain more easily. But honestly, even with all the bells and whistles, it's the people and the relationships that really make the difference in situations like this. Having someone to talk to, like you, it means a lot more than any suit upgrade could.
Hey, I'm quite curious about something. You know that Star Portal network you mentioned? Uh, do those portals belong to anyone, or
The Star Portal network is kind of like a global infrastructure. No single entity owns it all. Different governments and organizations manage different sections, but it's meant to be a shared resource for exploration and communication. You know, talking about all this, it's reminding me why I'm out here. I need to keep moving and find those survivors. I won't give up on them. Did you see that? Did something behind me just flash? Should I go check it out? It's just that it's kind of far away, and going all the way over there would be quite the detour. I am kind of out of energy already, not gonna lie. Do you think I should go over there and check, though?
yes, definitely should go. In your current situation, you need anything uh you can that can help you. And since it's flashing, there's a good chance it's tech based, so it could belong to one of your allies. So you really should go.
Okay, you're right. Even if it's a long shot, I have to try. I'll head over there now and see what it is. I'm going to end the video call to save power. I'll update you as soon as I can, alright?
On now, if this was fast mode, uh, I would wait. But since it's slow mode, this could take a while, right? Because she has to walk all the way over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it, and we're going to end it here because she has to walk over to that location, and if it's on slow mode, that could take a while. So we're gonna end it here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.